Alright, this is going to be a different kind of Zero to Hero series. Imagine I was broke and I didn't have any silver and any items that I could sell in my banks. So I would start out with 5,000 silver, and I'm going to set two rules for this series. The rule number one is that I can only use gear when I have 3 times the loot. You know, like the estimated market value of the loot that I have. I need 3 times of this loot so I can play, for example, a gear set that is worth 50,000 silver. I will have to have 150,000 silver in my loot bank. So this makes sure that if I die in the black zone, I would be able to sell some of my loot and get back going. The second rule is that I start out with 5,000 silver, and the goal will ultimately be to reach a point where I can safely go into the black zone with tier 8 gathering gear. And this tier 8 gathering gear, my usual set, is worth 2 million silver. So I will have to reach 6 million silver. Reaching 6 million silver in loot is the goal of this series. So since I'm starting out with only 5,000 silver, I will have to see if what I can buy with that. And I will first go into like the blue zone or yellow zone because it's safe there. I cannot lose my stuff. So I cannot go bankrupt. A mule is worth so much, 3,650. So I only have like 1.4k silver left. So what kind of tool do I want? Fishing rods are not very expensive. I'm starting in Limhurst, so I guess I'm going with the wood axe on tier 3. Pretty expensive. So now I only have like 500 silver left. Can I get anything else? Skinning knife. I will not be able to kill any mobs without gear, so I don't think I should go for a skinning knife. I can take a novice stone hammer, I guess. 306, yeah, that's what I'm starting with, I guess. I cannot afford anything else. I only have 5,000 silver for starting this, and now I guess I'm going into the blue zone or yellow zone and gather some tier 3 resources, tier 4 resources, a little bit of stone even, and get some loot. Let's see how long it will take me until I can afford a real horse or maybe even a giant stack. And also some more tools. The question is, how expensive will this gear be? And how much can I even carry? Like 3% carry weight already. How much carry weight does the mule give me? 25 kilogram. 5% carry weight. I should have looked at how expensive bags are. Maybe they are not that expensive. Because I'm definitely filling my carry weight very quickly right here. With... oh, this stuff is not that cheap. 770. This is tier 3 wood. How expensive is that? Okay, tier 3 wood is twice as expensive as tier 2 wood, so kind of worth it to go for tier 3 instead of tier 2. I kind of have to be careful because these wolves may just kill me. I'm not very tanky, I don't have any gear. I don't know how much damage these things deal. Okay, tier 4 wood, how expensive is that? 44. Tier 3 wood is more expensive than tier 4 wood. And I can gather it quicker. The loot is protected. Okay, so I guess I'm going for tier 3 wood. Oh no. Okay, I'm pretty tanky. My mule isn't though. My little poor donkey is really having some problems. 43% carry weight. I will very quickly want to upgrade my carry weight, definitely. Let's see. Tier 4 wood once again. It's not that expensive, but if I do not find enough tier 3 wood, I will just take the tier 4 wood, I guess. Also on this level, the durability on the gathering items goes down very quickly. So I've started out with 5,000 silver and I already have 5,000 estimated market value in my inventory. But I do need 3 times of the estimated market value of loot to actually afford gear, because if I want to go into the black zone I could lose everything and I will need to be able to sell my stuff, my loot, to actually afford such gear. I want more trees. I need more trees. Rough logs, how expensive are those? One tier 1 is on 18 and it is not that heavy, but not that light either. So gathering tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 wood is basically all the same. It's all the same. Like a big difference would be tier 4, 4.1 wood, I would say. This would be a pretty big difference. I also need to take a look at how expensive teleporting is. But I think I will teleport. I can put away some of my loot when I'm teleporting to make this more realistic. Teleporting costs me 100 silver right now. That's not that expensive, that's okay. This would even be included in my starting budget. 7.7, so I will have to gather quite a bit more to actually be able to afford some nice items. Also, like I will also need not only a nice mount and gathering tools and a bag, but I will also need some items with good mobility to actually escape gankers. I may want to go with a double-bladed staff in this scenario, because it should be cheaper than the blood ladder, I think. Almost on 100% carry weight already, 98. It's getting time to teleport. 100% already. I need to throw away something. Now I'm on 100%. Cost me 114 silver to teleport back. Can already look at my loot. So I can put away 114. Since I did use this money. And I will, when I buy gear, I will just put away that loot from my loot bank. So this is the first loot that I've gotten, and I've only been running around for like 8 minutes or so. So I did use a bit of silver to teleport. Okay, this stuff is so valuable. 108. Let's put away one more. Okay, 162, whatever. Loot. This is gone. I used it for teleporting. Already 8,000. So I will very soon have to look at how expensive the gear is that I'm trying to get. I was in Birch Copse. I'm still not at above 15,000, so I cannot buy new gear yet. So I guess I will have to go out for 8 more minutes. Rough blocks were fine, right? The price of those is not terrible. And I'm even getting 10 at once. Can quickly gather some loot right here. Having such a high level already in gathering definitely makes it much faster for me to gather all these things here. Having the premium bonus still running, also helping out a lot. But this stuff definitely seems to be less expensive than the tier 3 wood. The tier 3 wood really seems to be good. So if I have the choice between tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4, I will definitely rather go for the tier 3 wood. It's just more expensive. Can sell that for more money. But having all this tier 1 wood right here is just very efficient. I don't have to run very far. Can get quite a lot of loot very quickly. So I guess the first few runs in this series will definitely be in the blue zone and yellow zone. But then I think I will go and try out the red zone a little bit. And then I will very soon start going for the black zone. It is ultimately the goal to get back into the black zone because there's just the most money. Likewise, this is what I'm aiming for. I was thinking this doesn't give as much money, but actually it also is one of the lightest resources. 0.2 kilogram on one piece, so I can carry a lot of this. I'm definitely getting some money very quickly right here. So I can very soon afford some more tools and some higher level tools, so I can gather much faster and also have just more different tools, so I can actually go for more valuable resources instead. But this seems to be really good. Is it like this in every town, having these huge trees with tons of level 1 wood pieces? I don't know, it may be like that, but it's definitely a way to get back to a little bit of money, so I can actually start using real gear again. I guess it's going to be some time until I can use like a Fort Sterling cape. 101% carry weight. Have to throw something away. Weight is... yeah, let's throw something away and teleport. I don't need to teleport, I'm so close to town. Still, I want to throw away a little bit so I run faster. I'm so close to town, I wouldn't even have needed to throw away stuff. I think I will do this until I reach like 30k and then I'll get a bag. And maybe a few more tier 3 tools, maybe I'll go for tier 4 tools. It seemed like these tier 3 tools were pretty expensive. It is definitely possible. Already over the 5k that I'm using right now. So I kind of have like 700 silver left. Let me see how expensive the tier 4 tools here are here on the west server. Let's take a look. Tier 4. 1400, okay. So just one more run and I can already upgrade to a tier 4X, which makes the gathering much faster. But I also definitely want more carry weight, so I don't have to go back so often. Makes it less efficient. Hopefully I can find more of these big trees. This was very fast, and there they are. Once again, pretty empty still, but maybe if I go to the southeast here, I will probably find more of these insanely big trees. Very efficient, very efficient. But I guess having such high levels helps with that. Gathering speed modifier when gathering pine logs. So this doesn't really scale. I'm just gathering it quickly because I'm using a tier 3x. If I had a tier 8x, I would probably be gathering it faster then. I will see, I will see. I will not skip tier 1 wood. Right. Like yet. Right now it's, with this gear that I'm having right now, this seems to be very efficient. It's really fast to get this loot. Really takes a very short amount of time. Very soon I'm upgrading to a tier 4x and I'm curious to see if I will actually get that tier 1 wood quicker. I'm also thinking about using an ox maybe to gather a bit of stuff in the yellow zone. Because then I could definitely have a very, very long trip. An ox would have so much carry weight. Definitely want to get rid of the mule. I would at least want a tier 3 ox, transport ox, or a tier 3 horse. So I don't get dismounted by the random mobs if I walk rather dangerous ways. That would be really annoying, and also the movement speed of the mule is really annoying. Tons of tier 1 wood. Just getting rich by gathering tier 1 wood. Durability 82%, that's fine. The premium bonus definitely helping out a lot here. Like, this is a scenario where I would be trying to get back some money to have enough money to go for Black Zone gathering if, for example, my account got hacked or something. And all that was left would be some useless garbage that I could sell for 5,000 silver. And this would definitely be a way to get back to playing normally by gathering. Like, this is going to be 100% gathering series. And getting back to be able to play in the Black Zone by gathering a little bit here and there. Oh, 100% already. I'm too full, but I'm so close to town. I don't even need to throw away something. Let's just walk. And now I already will be at, I don't know, 24,000 silver loot? The estimated market value should be at like 24,000 or 22 maybe. So I can definitely afford something else. I probably should have started out with the tier 4x instead. Loot. Boom, boom. And since I'm upgrading to a tier 4 axe, I may as well put this back into the loot as well. Didn't really seem like I used the Nova Stone Hammer yet. How expensive is that? Not that expensive. Estimated market value 270, estimated market value 200. Like, buying these items is expensive. Oh, wait a second, how much loot do I have? I do have 26,000. So I can use gear that's a third of that. So I can use gear that's worth like 8,500. And right now my mule is worth 3.3. Let's go for a wood axe. How expensive is it on tier 5? Not that expensive. I could go for that already. Would make my gathering much faster, and it is in my budget. But then I could not buy anything else. So let's go for the tier 4 axe. The tier 4 stone hammer. Anything else that I could use? I'm in the forest right now, so I could go for a skinning knife, but I cannot kill these mobs. They are too strong for me. So let's look at a bag. How expensive is a bag? Pretty expensive. A tier 3 bag? Also pretty expensive. How much kilogram does it give me? 42 though. I can use 8,000 silver, so... Oh, it is too heavy for me. I can use 8,000 silver. How expensive is pork pie? Pork pie. Chicken pie. I can afford chicken pie. Let's just write pie. 518. That's too expensive. I don't have this much money yet. Let's invest into a chicken pie for more gathering yield and more max load. Take item. Okay, so now I got some better stuff. Now I should be gathering faster and get more loot. And have more carry weight, so I can go longer. What is it? The chicken pie will not be used up too quickly, so... Do I want to go back into the blue zone? Probably. Like, tier 3 wood is better than tier 4 wood, so... It's probably not too terrible to go for a little bit more of that. And tier 1 wood is also not much worse than tier 3 wood actually. But this time I will go for a longer run. I should be able to carry much more now, right? Oh well, I actually don't know how much base carry weight I have. 130 is what I have in total right now. So chicken pie, which increases it by 10%, 42, 25. So definitely already a significant increase in carry weight. I didn't pay attention. Do I gather the tier 1 wood faster now? I did not pay attention. This is sadly tier 2 wood. I would want to get tier 3 wood instead. Here in the blue zone and the yellow zone, I could basically be using all the silver that I have because there's no risk of dying. I mean, in the yellow zone I could get knocked down by red players and get knocked down so often that the durability of my items goes to 1%, so I cannot use it anymore. So maybe that would be a risk. Who knows? Not finding as much tier 1 wood right now. Maybe it's going to be less efficient now that I'm gathering higher tier resources. I was about to say I already have more loot, but the tools are also more expensive. Ah, finally some juicy tier 1 wood again. It doesn't really look like I'm gathering it quicker, right? Maybe that's just how fast it goes, but I don't have... I didn't really try to count or anything. I don't know. Ooh, tier 3 wood. The most expensive wood. Big loot. 61% carry rate. I'm definitely able to carry more stuff right now. Getting up to very interesting amounts in a very quick amount of time. Just gathering wood. Oh, I can gather this. How expensive is that? Should be pretty bad. Oh no. Oh no, it's so worthless. It's so worthless. God damn it. Like 4.1 stone is less valuable than level 1 wood. Holy fuck. I'm throwing that away. Okay, 4.1 stone, not the way to go, definitely. Rather gather tons. Ooh, 4.1 wood. How expensive is that? Not that expensive, but more expensive than the other stuff I'm gathering right now. So not too terrible there, at least. I'm already making double of the stuff that I've got in the beginning. In basically the same time, I would guess. So maybe I am gathering quicker with the tier 4X. It is possible. Who knows? 96% carry rate already. Slowly getting time to get back. I need more carry rate. 100% time to teleport. 173. Let's put away some loot. That's too much. 164. Let's put that away. This doesn't count as loot. I used the silver to teleport. So the silver is gone now. Slowly but surely. Getting up. Already tons of tier 1 wood. This is gone. This container cannot hold this many items. Already at 42,000. Let's go for one more run. And then I'm probably upgrading again a little bit. The upgrading right now is pretty fast. Let's go back to... What's the other one called? Birch cobs. Started out with 5,000 silver. Basically already at 50k. Birch logs. I'm a lumberjack and somebody else is gathering tier 1 wood right here. Doesn't seem to be a secret. This way of making money. This guy is also gathering tier 1 wood. And he has a tier 6 ox. Now I already got some competition here in the blue zone. The only difference being that I cannot attack him. But at least he cannot attack me either. We are both just naked. Would be a very fair fight. No difference in IP. I will definitely have to take a look at how expensive all these tier 4 items are. And see what's going to be worth it. Chestnut tree is the most valuable resource, even though 4.1 was pretty good as well, compared to tier 1 wood. I wonder how expensive those flat 4.0 items are. So I can also, from time to time, maybe kill a resource mob if that's enchanted, which would give me more money. More money, more good. My competition here. Gathering wood. He's gathering a different one. Interesting. Gathering wood. I'm just starting here in Limhurst because I'm bound in Limhurst, and from time to time I go through the Black Zone portal here in Limhurst, so I thought I may as well start this series right here. Was also thinking about maybe going for fiber centric run, but actually it is not guaranteed that I will stay with wood. It is not guaranteed. I will, when I'm able to afford it, just take all the gathering tools. Just on lower tier in the beginning, definitely. Because I cannot afford these tier 8 tools. Like one tier 8 tool is already worth 100,000 silver. Even more right now, like 110, 120, depending on the tool. Depending on the profession. But I would not be able to afford that right now. Having like 50k loot in total, I would need 300k to even go. Wait a second. Rare travertine, how expensive is that? This should be better, right? This should be good enough. It is rare at least. 33. 33, that's more expensive. That's crazy loot. But 4.1 stone is not worth it. Just not worth it. Do I have auto learn activated? I do. For my tier 4 resources. I'm never gathering tier 4 resources. So my levels on tier 4 resources are extremely low. Once I get like tier 6 tools, I will really start making a lot of money. Because except on stone, I'm level 100 on in all the tier 6 professions. So that's where the money per time will increase a lot. I think my priority right now will be to upgrade my tools. Like tier 5 resources should be much more valuable than tier 4 resources. And then I'll go into the yellow zone. Gather a bunch of tier 5 resources. Maybe get a few enchanted resources here and there. And then get enough gear that I actually have some... Whoops, too much. Too much. I have to throw away a little bit and then teleport home. One more. 158 silver to teleport. I will need some escaping gear. I will want a Fort Sterling cape, which will be very expensive, even on 4.0. Like 40k, 50k or something. I will want at least a normal horse. Maybe even a giant stack already for the red zone, so I have way more carry weight. Hard to say. So I got 56,000 now. So I definitely want to upgrade my axe so I gather faster. I will also want to upgrade my hammer. So 59. I will also upgrade my bag. It's not that expensive. So 60,000. Do I want to afford a better mount already? Mounts are very expensive. But I think I'm going to do that, right? Am I getting rid of this mule? I think so. I do not have that much money. What am I going to go for? Like a transport ox probably costs like 10k. 64, so I do have 21,000 silver that I can spend. Let's spend 21,000 silver. $21,000 silver, so I can go into the yellow zone, probably, yeah. So, transport ox. 10,000. Now I want a tier 5 wood axe. That's pretty expensive. I want a tier 5 stone hammer. And I want one more pie. What is the pie on the next level? I can definitely afford that. Let's go for it. I'm not going to use it yet. I wait out my current pork pie. I don't know if I should be using journals already. Maybe. But I will probably wait with journals until I'm starting to gather tier 6 resources. When I go into the red zone, I will use journals as well. But right now I don't think it would be too much money. I think I didn't I did not. It looks like I'm faster, right? I'm gathering it much faster, I would say. Yeah. Upgrading the tool, using a higher tool also affects the level 1 resources. I'm gathering this stuff much faster. Anyhow. What was I about to say? Journals. Yeah. I'm probably going to take tier 5 journals and go with that stuff into the red zone. I wonder how much money I need to save to actually afford to be able to go into the red zone, because I really want a Fort Sterling cape, 100%. I don't want to go into the red zone without a Fort Sterling cape. And I will need a double-bladed staff, which is not going to be that expensive on 4.0, I think. I will want gathering gear for bonus gathering money. I'm probably going for mining, so I have the best boots. And the ore situation around Limhorst is pretty good, as already experienced in my solo gathering runs in the Black Zone. Tier 5 wood, how expensive is that? How expensive is tier 5 wood? 200 per piece. That's pretty good. Like, tier 1 wood is only 18 silver per piece. But I'm getting much more of that, much faster. Let's see how expensive tier 5 stone is. I'm gathering it very slowly. 116, that's not bad for what I'm gathering right now. That's a lot of money. So not too bad, not too bad. How much carry weight does this ox have? Plus 784 kilogram. So much. Wait, this guy is going red. Is he going to kill me? I'm going to run away from him. I'm going to run away from him. Oh, he mounted up. I'm safe. He doesn't want to do crazy stuff. From time to time there will be dead animals lying around, so maybe I already should have taken what's it called? A knife. But I wouldn't have enough money, actually. I didn't have enough money to actually afford that. 5.1 stone, how expensive is that? $200 per piece. The money making dimensions are already changing a lot. I'm already getting much more money. Red players everywhere. I really don't want to get downed. I would need to wait 3 minutes until I can continue playing. I would also lose some durability on my items, but I don't really care too much about that. But lying around for 3 minutes, all these red players here, so scary. Go away. Go to the red zone. Stop wasting time here. Rare pine logs, let's see how much money that gives. Should give like 500, I think, per piece. 292, it's so bad. So bad. Compared to like ore, for example. So much hide lying around, but I don't have a skinning knife with me. Tons of tier 1 wood. Tier 6 tools should be much more expensive. I think they cost like 10k or so. That's pretty expensive. But I definitely want at least tier 6 tools for the red zone. I mean, with tier 6 tools I can go into the black zone as well. I would probably make more money in the black zone than in the red zone, but I want to do at least one little run in the red zone, I would say. One problem with the red zone would be I can't get my loot to Carleon and to from Carleon to Limhurst, from Limhurst to Carleon. So maybe for the simplicity I will actually be skipping the red zone, to be honest. I could actually just be skipping the red zone. Considering that... Like I will not make more money there. It's just less dangerous in the red zone than it is in the black zone. The black zone is much more dangerous than the red zone. But I mean, I would never go into the red zone, so... I will instantly go into the black zone. I will go into the black zone. 21% carry weight. Still got a lot of space. Not a lot of space. A lot of carry weight left to fill. Oh, there's a boar. But it's not going to attack me. Nice. Making a lot of money. At least an estimated market value. I don't know if all the stuff that I have here actually sells for this price. But I'm going to just use that as a way to efficiently look at the things. Otherwise it would be way too complicated to actually figure out how much money I have, how fast I'm progressing and stuff like that. 8.3 wood. Getting rich very quickly. But I do have competition. Could even be flagged up for Limhurst like this guy to get some faction points. So that would be extra money. Faction warfare. Still have some faction points as well in Limhurst. Already got quite a big amount of loot in my inventory. I will get more than double of the loot from this run than I have in my loot bank right now. Just getting quite a lot. I cannot kill this mature forest spirit. It's too strong for me. Gathering tons of tier 1 wood. Tons of tier 1 wood. My loot bank is going to be so full of tier 1 wood. 4.1 was not worth it. Oh, there's crazy wood. Big loot. So I'm definitely making a pretty good amount of loot already compared to what I started with. I'm already reaching very, very different dimensions. I've already said it, but it's very interesting. Like the fast progression in the beginning always. Feels pretty good. But it is going to slow down somewhen soon. But the amounts of money that I make will also increase a lot. Couldn't be increasing at the same rate. Considering how much more money I'm already making now, like I'm making 3 times the money that I made when I started this, I think. Is this a 50-50? It is. So much money. Very soon my chicken pie is running out. Then I'm using my goose pie. And this goose pie is even going to give me a higher gathering bonus. And it is also going to give me a bigger bonus to my max load, to my carry weight. So I can even go for longer. And these thin trees here at the edge. I'm just gathering tier 1 wood still. Mainly gathering tier 1 wood. But I'm also getting some relatively decent amounts of money from other sources. Relatively. Like the tier 1 wood is still the way to go. Not gonna lie. Because all the other stuff is pretty empty here in the yellow zone. But getting all this tier 1 wood makes sure that it doesn't take too long for me to reach what I'm looking for. 5.1. Oh, I will be too slow to steal that from him. Rough logs. Where are they? They're empty. There's some tier 5 wood. Let's go for that. Gather bonus plus 10. Already getting some nice gather bonus. I'm level 50 on tier 5 wood. So definitely quite the advantage. Already. Not starting a new character. I would be gathering much slower. Getting much less money. Premium helping out a lot. I wonder how expensive stuff is going to be. Thinking about the Fort Sterling Cape. Fort Sterling Cape being 40k or something. Maybe even more. Which could mean that I would need like 120k in loot only to afford a Fort Sterling Cape. I mean, in the black zone I will make so much money that I will very quickly be able to afford a lot of Fort Sterling Capes. But gathering gear will also be relatively expensive. So I guess... how am I going to approach this? Because I definitely want to be using tier 6 tools. Maybe I'm going to do it like this. That I will actually be using tier 4 gathering gear. Just use tier 4 mining gear, a tier 3 horse, a Fort Sterling cape. A tier 4 double-bladed staff. And start out with that, having definitely a tier 6 axe with me. Tier 6 pickaxe, if I manage to get to some ore maps, snow maps, and then just go from there. I'm not 100% sure how my priority should be, but when I was gathering with my wild boar, I didn't have too much troubles, and I think a giant stack is not slower. How fast is a giant stack? Let's see. This is tier 4. How fast is a giant stack? 105% gallop bonus, and the boar has 110%. So it is a little bit slower, it is a little bit less safe, especially because a giant stack is not as tanky as a wild boar. A wild boar is kind of tanky actually, it has some resistances. Oh, I cannot reach that. Whoa, that's mean. Let's compare a little bit. Giant stack, 902 health. Wild boar, 1100 basically, plus some extra resistances. My food is running out. Time to eat my better food. Already got quite a bit of loot. Okay, using better food now. More carry weight. More gathering yield. It seems like I will very soon go into the black zone. I don't think that I'm going to stay much longer on the Royal Continent, to be honest. I think this is going to be the last run here, because I'm making so much money. Oh, well, actually a Fort Sterling cape would still be very expensive. I could go without a Fort Sterling cape though. I can do that. I don't necessarily have to use a Fort Sterling cape for my first run. A Fort Sterling cape would be very nice. But I can just bring back my loot very early, and then I will probably be able to afford a Fort Sterling cape. I think I'm going to do it like that. It should be pretty good. I could also be gathering in the mists, actually. Gather tier 6 resources in the mists. That's also an option. And that's much safer than the black zone. And I will probably not need a Fort Sterling cape there very early. I will need carry weight though. Carry weight will be also a big problem. But I can just bring back loot very early. If I gather stuff like tier 6 wood and such things, which give like 600 silver per piece, I will probably get enough loot very soon so I can afford the expensive things like a giant stack or giant stack and a Fort Sterling cape, all that good stuff that I want for gathering in the black zone. Maybe that's the way to go, so I can enter the black zone as quickly as possible. Just to have way higher chances of finding enchanted resources, for example. And just gathering all the higher tier stuff, which just gives way more loot per time. 80k already in my inventory. How expensive is it to teleport here? 290 silver. That's so little. It's so good to just teleport here. Like, I'm getting these 290 silver in like 2 seconds or so. So it's really worth it to just teleport. All these tier 5 resources are gone. People are really gathering here in the yellow zone. So a big bunch of my loot is just tier 1 wood. Quite a big bunch of loot. The main portion of my loot is tier 1 wood. So accidentally, it seems like going lumberjack was one of the better ideas, because I can just find these tons of tier 1 wood that nobody is gathering. If I was only gathering these few tier 5 and tier 4 resources that I'm finding here, I would have much more trouble getting money actually. It would probably be, if I wasn't gathering tier 1 wood, it would probably be the most efficient gather random tier 3 resources in the blue zone, because those are more expensive than tier 4 resources. But actually having the option to just gather all this tier 1 wood seems to be just as good as searching for tier 3 resources in the blue zone. But I would expect that gathering tier 3 resources in the blue zone would be just as efficient as gathering these big stacks of tier 1 wood. I would think it would be almost the same rate. I would think so. But yeah, after getting to 100% carry weight here, I'm definitely going into the black zone. The black zone time is coming very soon. 67% carry weight. Ooh, enchanted stone. 200 per piece. Considering the prices of the resources that I'm gathering right now, that's actually good. When I start gathering in the black zone, I don't know if I'm going to take that, but probably. I will probably take 5.1 stone. And I will probably also take tier 6 stone, even though it's not that great. Still, for the point that I am at right now, it's probably still a very good profit and very efficient to go for it. Tons of tier 1 wood, I got so much. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pieces of tier 1 wood. That's the way to go. Making crazy money, gathering tier 1 resources. I mean, it's obviously not crazy money. Like, I'm spending a lot of time to get these amounts of money. That's not really that great, but considering with what I started, it's pretty interesting. It's not too terrible, I would say. It is indeed something. And it does allow me to safely go into the black zone and have like stuff left. So if I died, I would be able to afford a new set. Easily. Twice. Which is very important when playing in the black zone. You have to have the money. You have to have the resources. You have to have the gear ready. You don't want to go into the black zone and die and be completely broke. Which is why I decided to take this #1 rule in this series, that I have to have 3 times of the estimated market value in loot. So I can actually buy that kind of gear. So I can never go broke. I can never go broke. I will, if I die a lot, I would simply have to use cheaper and cheaper gear. But I will never go broke. I will always have the money to get some gear that will allow me to get money in one or the other way. The juicy chestnut trees. More valuable than tier 1 wood, but of course I'm gathering tier 1 wood much faster. Tier 5 stone was fine, question mark? 116 silver, yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Pretty expensive stuff. Getting 10 rough logs at once. Pretty good. For starting broke. With having my more than a year premium still running. Because I don't think I can get rid of that. I don't think even if I wanted I could get rid of the premium days that I still have left. I think they are going to stay. But yeah, I already have more than twice the loot that I have in my bank right now. Because I can just carry so much. Can carry so much with the tier 3 transport ox. So much carry weight. I will not use a transport ox anymore though when I reach the black zone. When I start going into the black zone. It's just not playable. I will die to anybody who wants to kill me. Except solo players. But everybody else is going to kill me. And I really don't want to die. Because then I have to use cheaper gear. But my plan is to use more expensive gear. Duh. Tier 5 wood was 200. So I guess I will be gathering... Will I actually... Like, I think for the first run that I go into the black zone I will be gathering tier 5 and tier 6. But it is very possible that I very soon will start skipping tier 5 resources. When I enter the black zone. Because tier 6 resources are much more valuable than tier 5 resources. Like the first run I will probably gather tier 5 and tier 6 and 4.1. But in the second black zone run I'm probably going to go for 4.2, 5.1 and 6.0 minimum. But the first run will already give me some nice starting money so I can safely afford stuff like a Fort Sterling cape and a giant stack. To have some decent runs. 86% carry weight. Getting a nice amount of money to kickstart the black zone journey. I got so much tier 1 wood. But it should definitely be possible to sell tier 1 wood. Like even when you have such big amounts. You always need tier 1 wood for some buildings and stuff. Always necessary, even though I don't know what else you can do with tier 1 wood. I don't know if you need it for anything. I think you only need it for buildings, right? I'm also, as I said, not 100% sure if I can really sell these resources for this price. Or if I would lose like 5%, or if I would even make more profit. I have no idea. But I don't want to check that stuff either. %90 carry weight. Very soon the blue and yellow zone part, even the royal continent part of this series is over. Which is nice because the enchantment rates here are not too great. The resources here are not too great. Everybody is taking like the tier 5 stuff even. In the black zone, nobody is gathering tier 5. Like nobody. But here, the tier 5 resources are completely empty. So it will be definitely much more interesting in the black zone. I don't know if I want to go into the mists maybe for one run. Because I will have tier 6 resources guaranteed. And tier 6 resources are very valuable. It may really be I think I will do one run in the mists, or maybe two. I'm not sure. Because I will also be much safer there than in the black zone. It will be much safer. I mean, I would enter the mists from the black zone, definitely. Which is also possible through the red zone. Can also do that. But I think I'm going to actually go into the mists. Just because of having basically safe tier 6 resources. And tier 6 resources are pretty valuable. Okay, 99% carry rate. Cost me 350 silver to teleport back. Okay. Started with 5,000 silver. And reached... Let's see. I'll put away these 350 and I paid like 150 or 160 teleport costs the run before. So I am at... I'm also not going to use tier 5 tools anymore. So this will all be loot. This will all be loot. Okay, so I said I wanted to put away like 450. This is too much. Too much. Too much. 450 loot goes away. Boom. Because that was my teleport cost. Okay. I do have loot worth 212,000 silver. So I will be able to buy gear that's worth 70,000 silver for the next run. Okay. I will go into the mists. I will go into the mists with that. Gather some tier 6 resources. Get rich enough so I can afford a giant stack and afford Sterling Cape. And then I think I'm going to go into the black zone with that stuff. And I will probably able to buy all the tier 6 tools. Like for the mists, I'm probably not... Well, maybe I will be able to use all the tier 6 tools. 70k? That's not enough. So I guess I'm going for tier 6 wood axe, tier 6 fiber tool, tier 6... What's the other one? Or fiber wood. Or fiber wood. I think I'm going for these, a tier 3 horse, some gear that I can escape people with. Gather enough so I can afford all the tools, a giant stack and afford Sterling Cape, and then go, like really go into the black zone.